My name is Carrie, and I am going to do another reading for Gannon Stauch, the missing little boy from Colorado. I seen that his stepmother made a video. Okay, this is recording. Sorry, y'all. Made a video, or had made a video, and I just felt like, I don't know, I just think that has a lot to do, or, that attitude, what she was doing, in my opinion. Remember, everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only, technically. This is my opinion. I'm just, reading the cards that I get. Some people, aren't, don't believe in, tarot, or think that you should do it. And I think that that's perfectly fine. Everybody can have their own opinion, but for me and my beliefs, of course I believe that it works, because I would not use them if I didn't, and I would not make a video and say something that I'm not confident in. This is something that I do simply because I love kids. I love true crime. I've always loved true crime. I love to be of service, and I wanted to be able, to be of service to people. That's one thing I've wanted and still strive for in my life. But, whatever way I can help and do some kind of good, or, even the possibility to help a family or a soul rest easy, I'm gonna do it and be glad to. Because one thing that we need more than anything these days, because these crimes such as this, and the terrible things that are happening to these kids, it makes you want to lose faith, because a lot of these are done by the people that are supposed to. I'm getting emotional again. Sorry, guys. It's been an emotional day, but it's just, they're done by the people that they care about, and they're supposed to protect them, and they don't. And I don't understand it. It's just really. It's one of the most sad things that I don't know, that I could think of. Okay, so, okay. Alright. Anyways. Okay, stop. Okay. I asked, why, any information they could give us regarding why Gannon disappeared. Okay. Okay, guys. Alright, so the first card I got was the Nine of Swords, which is, all about anxiety, fears, and like the drama queen, being a drama queen, melodramatic, having nightmares, or being like staying awake at night out of, anxiety. So the next card that I got was the Ace of Swords reversed. And I think that basically, by the way, so this sparked her negative thinking. Because she was being, a drama queen, all about her, thinking negatively, just seeing the worst, like not being able to see good things, only being able to see the bad things, or everything that she's had to give up. Okay? This is a stepmother, by the way. I didn't specifically do this for the stepmother, but this is what came out, and that's who she is right there. So that caused her to have bad thoughts. The negative thoughts. It's what's, was the beginning of her negative thoughts. That this attitude that she had was the beginning of her negative thoughts about Okay, what? Okay, so made her think negative thoughts because she was stuck. That she was stuck, and that he wasn't, her husband, wasn't wasn't willing to sacrifice for her like she sacrificed for him. Because this is the hangman reversed, and upright is about self-sacrifice. Knowing the value of self-sacrificing, and the concentration, being willingly to do it. He wasn't willing to sacrifice for her. He wasn't willing to do the same thing that she did for him, which was take a leap of faith, adventure. She wanted to be the fool. But he was stuck because she felt like he was stuck because of his son. And that was the reason that she couldn't get what she wanted. Okay. She wanted to be the fool, adventure, joy, blissfulness, but she couldn't be the fool because they were stuck because of him, because he wasn't willing to sacrifice for her like she was for him. Okay? Which caused her grief, disappointment. She was not being able to see what you still have, which was the 2 cups upright. She only able to see the 3 cups that are spilled, only being able to see what was lost and not what she's got. This is what she's lost out on. She feels like for him, she took a leap of faith and got stuck with the children, which made her, and not being able to be free, made her, and she'd been waiting and waiting and waiting, she felt, which made her have anxiety and be melodramatic and want to be about her, thinking that this was okay because she had been so selfless before. She had been working so hard, which is the 8 of Pentacles. She had been working so hard, she'd been paying attention to detail, she'd been doing everything. And he tells, I think she was studying possibly for like an exam, not an exam, well, to get into I think, what was it that she wanted to be in the flight attendant? She had been doing a whole lot of work studying possibly to get it. And he took that away from her. Like she had been saving the money. She'd been saving money. She had been working. She had been studying. She felt like she'd been doing everything. Meticulously paying attention to all the detail and been working so hard. And he informed her that what she wanted she couldn't have because there was going to be a 2 of Wands reversed, a derailment in journey, derailment to plans, oh crap. Like, just wait, basically. You have to wait still. There's a change of plans, basically. It's not happening right now. Later, So that made her, because he stalled again. He wasn't letting her. She wasn't going to get to have the world like she wanted to have the world. He was telling her, you still have to wait. 2 of Wands reversed. So that caused her, she felt like she only had 2 choices. It blinded her and made her feel that she only had 1 of 2 choices. For her to be able to feel like a child again, to have all that she wanted emotionally, because he wasn't giving it to her at all, I don't think he was giving her anything. That's why she felt like he wasn't willing to sacrifice anything. It was all her. He didn't care. He wasn't giving her anything, even emotionally, that she needed. As you can see, the page is standing there smiling, not realizing all the emotions that are going on around it. And I think that would be Gannon. He didn't realize all the emotions that were getting poured out around him. And I believe he's in water. I do believe with all of my heart and soul that he is gonna be found in water, and it really breaks my heart because I think that this could have been prevented. I think that it's very important. I don't want to say this, but I have to say this because this is what I feel and this is what I get. I think that he is to blame too. He knew. This isn't something that he didn't know. First of all, I just want to say that he knew she was unstable. He knew she was not good for a while. And he knew that where he was leaving his son was not the best environment. And he was going off for a while. I think that him as a father should be held a little bit accountable for whatever happened, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. I am not accusing him of anything. I don't think that he did anything. I think what he did do is nothing. Nothing. He did nothing to stop anything. That's what I think. And I think that should be something that is held accountable for, because it is your job as the father to protect your child, and he failed to do so. And it's not, I'm just saying, I think that even when you're separated, or even when you're together with the person you created a child with, if you know the environment in which you're leaving your child and it is not safe because that person is not stable mentally, and they go off the hinges, then you are responsible, I feel, for whatever occurs. It is your job to make sure where you leave them is safe. I know he's grieving, and I know that it was, I didn't want to have to say it, but it's what I get, and I just have to be real about what I see. And that is what I see. So she had to let go of the Page of Cups, which is Gannon, and that way she could have so her imagination could be relit, so she could have everything she ever wanted. He was the only thing standing in her way. And so she was left with two choices, right? And because she felt like he deserved it because he caused all of it, she wanted to cause him destruction, the same thing that he had caused her. I think that he was leaving her. I think what actually happened is whenever before he left, they decided something happened with them and they broke up. I don't think they were together. And I think that he left his kid there for work after he had split up because she was already feeling just all kinds of stuff, and she blamed him because she had put in all that work and he derailed her plans before, causing her the grief, being stuck, feeling like a fool, all that. I mean, it was really selfish on her part. It was really selfish on his part, because that's what it is. These parents, and some of these parents today, man, they're not willing to sacrifice for their children anymore. It's like it's not about the kids. It's about what they want. Yes, you should be happy, but your happiness should be with your child and building a life with your child. If it's not, I don't understand what you're doing. I have had difficulties having a baby. I have wanted one for a very long time. I am 30 years old. I'm trying, I'm on treatment to try and have a child, and that's one of the reasons why I focus a lot on missing kids cases and cases like this. It's God's cosmic joke, I guess. You get children when you need to work. You have something to work on, and maybe I haven't got any because I need to help children. I don't know. But I see that this is a time where parents don't care as much. Well, nobody cares as much, Everybody's turning, basically cold to any and everything, especially the year with Donald Trump being, being in the running. This is not political at all, my statement. It's just that year in particular, if you voted Republican, they didn't want to be your family member no more, All of a sudden, you don't even want to help somebody that needs your help on the side of the road if they voted for, a different party than you did. Like, listen, politics ain't for you. It ain't for me. It's just not for us. It ain't for us. It's for somebody, but it ain't none of us. And neither is I'm going to tell you this. I'll leave you with this. Do you think that the government is for us? Do you think that this law enforcement system is for us, the citizen, to help us? I mean, in ways, yes. And that's why I'm pro police. I think that police are a wonderful thing. And I think that detectives are a wonderful thing. But I think actually caring and doing your job is the most important thing. But a system that is designed to put a drug dealer in jail for more time than a pedophile or a rapist goes, and I'm talking about a lot more time. Whenever a drug dealer is going to jail for longer than a pedophile or a rapist, is not something geared toward protecting the community. People ask for drugs. Kids don't ask to be messed with, and neither do women ask to be raped, no matter what they're wearing. So, I'm just saying, people ask for drugs. Ain't nobody ever asked to be raped. So, it's not a system that is geared, I feel, toward protecting us as much as it should be. And that's just the truth of the matter about that. But I think that government, I am pro-cop. I don't hate authority. I just think that authority needs to be geared toward what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. And there should be some better laws. Some better. I talk wonderfully. I'm from Mississippi, But I'm just saying, there should be something in place where these people are being held accountable more so than drug dealers. I mean, there's got to be some kind of system where we can figure out a way to actually help rehabilitate drug dealers and drug users and actually let them be functioning members of society when they get out and not worse than they started. And where pedophiles can go to be killed or something. I don't know. They can't. I didn't say that. I didn't mean that. I mean, I guess I did, but not allegedly. I allegedly meant that. But anyways, I'm just saying, if we want a government that is based on, what's best for humanity as a whole, because we all matter just as much as the next. And I feel like everybody deserves a chance and everybody deserves to be happy. And I don't know, the pursuit of happiness with a Y, not with the I. Because I don't want to change. I don't want to change. I feel like when you change it for the whole, when you change it to the I, it makes it single. So you can never have happiness, never be happy by yourself unless you change it to a Y. Don't play by the rules. Make the rules. But when you're making the rules, make sure that you follow at least one rule, which is whatever you do, make sure that it causes nobody any kind of harm. As long as what you're doing is not causing harm to another individual because of you doing that, I say do it. Be who you are, Don't let nobody hold you back. But if they do hold you back, don't use it as an excuse to kill their child or to do something even more heinous to them because you felt like they deserve it. You're not God. We're not God. It's not our place to end someone else's life. It is not in any of our hands at all. It is in his hands. He decides. That's not for me to decide. What's not for you to decide is what other people do to you. What's for you to decide and what is all on you and only your responsibility is what you do. Do you learn the lesson or do you not? If you don't learn it, then you do stupid stuff. If you do learn it, then you take what you've learned, put it to use, and take it as a stepping stone. A lesson you needed to be learned. You needed to learn. We all got lessons to learn, and bad things happen to all of us. We all suffer. Suffering is a part of life. What isn't a part of life is having your life dictated because of your suffering. We all suffer. We all just live to die, We all suffer. It's what you do with it that freaking matters. And nothing is an excuse for bad or evil behavior. Evil does not exist unless a human is there to act out the evil act, correct? An evil act isn't done unless there's somebody there to do the act. You have that choice, whether you do it or you don't do it. Everybody has a choice. You have a choice what you do and what you don't do. And you're liable for your choice. Thank you. Sorry, I had to just rant a little bit. Y'all have a good day.